Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess from InAlignment Ministries, and I felt guided to do Aquarius. Okay, so the card that just came out is the Six of Cups. I just want to see the overall energy just to gather some information, okay? And I can show you the card. I'm just using my original Rider-Waite. This is my very first deck. It's my babies right here. Looking at the Six of Cups, I'm hearing soulmate. You may be connecting with the Pisces. Okay. Okay, I keep looking at the Six of Cups. I'm hearing that some of you may be healing family issues. So I'm hearing that you're going back home, maybe literally or figuratively, to, you know, see if you can bury the hatchet, resolve conflict, even just visiting your hometown to see if you can get some closure on some things that you dealt with when you were a child, okay? Yeah, the Chariot card wanted to pop out, so that gave me a little confirmation about the traveling, like going back to your hometown or your home. Yep. You are deliberating on that, which is probably, I said Pisces, but also I hear another storyline as far as being in suspense, not, you're thinking it through, because evidently there's some issues that were pretty deep as far as your childhood. You're realizing the connections as far as what decisions that you make in your adulthood were greatly impacted with what you went through that were traumas or situations that you dealt with when you were growing up. And I heard choice of men. So, and then I saw the King of Cups. So I heard some of you had stern father figures. They showed little to no emotion. They kind of kept their emotions or their feelings to themselves for the most part. They loved you, but they weren't good at showing affection or showing that how much they love you, okay? I'm in my car. I just wanted to do a reading that, you know, I was intuitively guided to do. So for some of you that already know, I'm not on a set schedule as far as doing readings. I like to release a video, at least one video a week. Okay. So yes, it's a home situation. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles came out. I wanted to get the overall energy, and that's what I'm gathering. It's something in regards to your home. Whether you literally go back home or whether you are at your own space and you're resolving issues and coming to terms with certain things that have transpired in your life and you're making peace with it. I heard one thing that you can do is write a letter to those individuals that may have impacted you. And they don't have to necessarily have hurt you per se. It can be, you know, when we're a child, we don't grasp the concept of, okay, that was a big thing and that was a small thing as far as hurt or impact. When we're at a child, our understanding is you hurt my feelings, or that hurt. You get what I'm saying? So if a parent was late from picking you up from school versus you getting physically abused, sometimes it's hard to really gauge or differentiate the significance of the impact, because it can both be the same impact. They can both have the same scar that is damaging, because that child being picked up late can feel abandoned and felt like no one cared about them at the particular time, when in reality the parent was really behind and they were stuck in traffic. The child doesn't rationalize that part, okay? So you as an adult may have rationalized that part, but as a child, that inner child that is still needing nurturing and caring, you have to tend to that child. The child doesn't know how to rationalize that. So be gentle with yourself when you do your inner child work. Don't try to rationalize the emotions. Allow for those feelings to take place. Even spiritually, you can sometimes what you can do, because I've done this where I would give my inner child stuffed animals, whether it was metaphorically, like spiritually, I know how to channel within myself. I know how to intuitively or subconsciously go in and do certain things for myself or for others. But say for instance, if you may not know how to do that, you can go and buy you a stuffed animal. You can go and play in the park or take time to I heard bubbles. So some of you like bubbles, so you can go to the dollar store, or your discount store. You don't have to go somewhere expensive and buy some bubbles, to go blow some bubbles. I heard water parks, so some of you may consider doing that this summer or this spring, to go to a water park and have some fun. Anything to release that. Color, paint, draw. Be fun, be vibrant. Children are not really serious. If they come in contact with something, they're pretty resilient as far as bouncing back, but they have to have that acknowledgement there first. Even if it's a situation like I provided earlier, the examples, the acknowledgement part, and just making that inner child feel safe and secure. You have the responsibility to mother and father yourself. Being the fact that you're at the stage that you're in right now, you can't look back to mom and dad. I mean, you can try to mend, certain things with them, but at the end of the day, you have to nurture and father and mother yourself. Okay. I know that was kind of long-winded, but I had to get that out because that message was important. Okay, so yes, going home, going back to resolve family issues. I'm also hearing, so your storyline sound more so like the home and inner child dealings or situations. I heard office. So let me see here. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Oh. A few cards came out. Okay, so for the Knight of Pentacles, I clarified. I found this one. This is the Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Page of Wands, Eight of Cups. So I'm hearing that some of you may be leaving a partnership or relationship. I heard a marital affair. So some of you are actually disconnecting from your home life situation. You feel unfulfilled, and not justifying it, but this is just the feelings that I'm getting from the reading. The Aquarius feels like they haven't been acknowledged. They haven't been given the respect or the acknowledgement out of the relationship, and have gone on to like have an extramarital affair. Okay, that's what I'm getting out of that. I heard lackluster when I looked at the Two of Cups. Let me see here. When I looked at the Eight of Cups, I immediately heard you're going to come back. So you or the person that you're dealing with, or you're in a relationship with, have gone out, done something outside of the relationship sexually, and now are considering to come back because it really wasn't that cracked up to be. That's what I'm getting. And I'm getting earth sign, fire sign, and possibly water for that situation. Okay, So I wanted to gather the overall energy. So that now that I have an idea of what's going on, I'm going to pull some cards for the scenarios here. Some of you are actually going to fight for your relationship. The 7 of Wands. Some of you are going to fight for your relationship. So some of you, y'all went out, or some of you considered it. You didn't follow through on your actions or your temptations or desires or whatnot. And you are actually going to circle back and reconnect to your significant other. Yes, and I see victory and healing and restoration for the Aquarius, okay? So these are the strengths that you're going to fight for the relationship. You're going to protect your relationship, okay? You will be victorious, so you're going to circle back. And I'm seeing Aquarius, restoration and healing will be transforming the relationship. Oh, 3 cards popped out like I needed. Okay. Okay. So I heard passion restored. Okay, Knight of Wands, they get a bad rap as far as being that in and out energy, but I'm actually seeing that the igniting of passion in the relationship is restored and being victorious. Okay, I'm also hearing that you are supported, and I also hear a possible pregnancy with the Ace of Pentacles. It's not necessarily needed, but sometimes a relationship, like the gift in a relationship, say for instance there is a rekindling. Oh, and I see of 9 of Cups. Okay, so I heard wish fulfillment for that. So some of you, you know, may have a different perspective of this, but this is what I'm getting when I saw the Ace of Pentacles and all the cards that I explained earlier. Sometimes a relationship, when you rekindle it and you restore it and it's just like really at a good healthy point, sometimes it's good to have some form of gift to be brought in for that relationship transformation. Or some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Okay, and I heard nemesis. So you may be dealing with, I'm going to go back to that situation in a minute, but you may be going through a relationship. I heard debacle. So there may be some entanglement or some type of relationship you're dealing with a Scorpio. Okay. And it's kind of imbalanced. It's not kind of, it's imbalanced and chaotic. Okay. And I'm hearing affairs. So, you know, use your discernment as far as how you want to deal with this particular individual. But circling back, sometimes spirit or the divine will place a special gift or a special seed within the relationship, especially if it's been restored and everyone is healed, everybody is on board. You know, that gift can be a baby, you know, and sometimes it can be I heard new home. Okay, a new home. Like I see that's like the entryway of a new home right here. And like spirit, the divine, you know, the universe, whatnot, is coming in and bringing that special gift in. But I want to clarify the death card. So with this person, I mean, you decide, you weigh your pros and cons on this situation, okay? With this Scorpio or this significant other. Some of you are going through a transformation where you're weighing the pros and cons as far as your next business ventures. Excuse me, as far as your next location. I'm hearing testing grounds. And I actually got it written on here. So in order to see if anything is going to work with the Scorpio or with yourself or whatever business venture you have going on, you have to actually test it out. And I heard step out on faith on this. So have courage. If that's what you want to seek out and do, go ahead. I wanted more information, please. Get some clarity. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles came out again. Okay, so some of you are deciding not to go back to that relationship. I heard toxic. Okay, so the Fool card came out. I heard foolish for this, and then Justice card came out. So I heard you want to maintain balance and sanity, and the relationship that you are dealing with, it's just, you need to let it go. It's just too much. It's too much chaos. And it's throwing you off as far as your internal compass. So like, say for instance, you feel balanced one day and your emotions are good and you know you're having a good day, and then this person comes in and just kind of like throw you off a little bit, you know what I mean? And it's just like, dang man, I was having a good day, and they just want to mess it up, and they see that they can do that to you, and they play on your emotions. I'm hearing that you're still getting strength as far as learning boundaries, learning how to not allow anyone to damper your happiness. You know, of course, happiness is an inside job. So, you know, external factors, yes, they can impact it. Yes, they can influence it. But ultimately, you are the one that is supposed to oversee those emotions and those feelings. So with this, you're still in a learning process of knowing how to do that and learning not to be so, I'm hearing empaths. So some of you are empaths, and one of the major reasons why you're an empath is because you have experienced traumatic events in your childhood where you're highly sensitive and you're highly sensitive to energies, so you can pick up when others are not feeling good, mad, angry, upset, whatever. You feel their emotions, and at times you thwart your happiness or put your feelings aside or your day aside as far as what you have going on, just so that you can acknowledge them or help them in their situation. And Spirit is trying to help you as far as you strengthening those boundaries and strengthening up, you know, your internal compass, your inner compass, as far as separation and being able to still maintain balance within yourself, even though you're surrounded by people that have low vibrations. Okay, so you're learning to, what are you putting your energy into? You're learning what you're picking and choosing, what things are for your highest good. Okay, because you're so used to being convenient and making everyone else comfortable. Now Spirit is teaching you how to have stronger or healthy boundaries, not just with them, but with yourself as well. So the situation is not something that you need to keep putting your energy into with this Scorpio or whoever it is. I'm saying Scorpio because of the Death card, and I already said acknowledge that there's water, earth, and fire possibly in this situation. Okay, so I'm getting, as far as relationships, I'm gonna just do an overview. There's some of you that have, you or your significant other has stepped out of a relationship and either considered or have done an extramarital affair or have cheated on the other party. Okay, and some of you have circled back because you found out that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Okay, and or your significant other has done that. Some of you have not acted on it, some of you have. I'm also seeing that those that have or considered stepping out are rekindling the existing relationship and actually bringing healing back into and restoring the relationship. And as a universal gift, the marriage is not only restored, but a new home, a gift such as a baby may come into place. Okay, in addition to that, earlier I addressed that some of you are healing family issues. So the issues that you've had in your childhood, you're learning to heal your inner child so that you can have healthier relationships in your adulthood, because you're realizing the connection there. Some of you are considering going back to your hometown or your home to actually see if you can bring closure or healing to those relationships. Or some of you are actually just doing it by writing letters to those that you've had traumatic events, or you've been hurt, or you felt some type of way about. You're writing letters to those individuals, setting on fire, and then letting it go. Okay. And that's what I heard. I don't know if I finished it. Sometimes when I channel, it's like a lot of information, so I try to process it. But I'm circling back just to let you know, those who are not able to physically go to your hometown, or you just not prepared to do that right now, you can most certainly, you don't always have to meet face to face with those people. You can that have, you know, hurt you, or some form of measure or whatever. Okay. What you can do is write a letter to them, or write their names down, expressing how you felt, what went down, whatever you want to say in that letter. And you can choose to express forgiveness. You can choose to express whatever you want at the end of the day of that closure. Okay. So that you can heal and move on. Okay. What you can do is write within that letter, fold it up, burn it up, whatever you want to do, you know, put it in a burner, you know, make sure it burns all the way up, and release, cry, whatever you want to do as far as that particular time, to release those emotions of the past, and so that you can move on and move forward. So that's one way. The other way I was talking about was tending to your inner child, having fun. Don't rationalize the emotions of what you felt when you were a child. If you felt abandoned, acknowledge the abandonment. If you felt like you didn't have enough support, acknowledge that, and it's okay to do that. Okay. If you want, go ahead and get childhood toys, or just have fun, period. Just live life, be in the present, and allow yourself to have fun, and allow yourself to experience joy and happiness. Okay. All right. So I just want to see if there's any other messages. So I like to usually get an overall advice card or message. I'm just using wider weight. Sometimes I use multiple decks. Sometimes I don't. I just go with what I feel is right at the moment. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles and the Hangman came out again. This came out first, and then this. Okay, so immediately I heard take your time, and you know, release those things, like change your perspective on some of the things that you've dealt with. So when you go through your healing process, more than likely you're going to change your perspective of the things that you saw that were damaging, or the things that impacted you or influenced you. You're going to have a different perspective by the time you finish your healing process regarding your childhood. I'm also hearing it is a deep family issue or issues that you're dealing with. I just got some information. Some of you, there is an estate left. There is an inheritance, and you feel like you weren't, it wasn't done justly. The resolve of that estate was not done justly. Some of you will get information on, because I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles. It's like this person is giving them some information that they didn't know, or they weren't aware of. So they may tell you, man, you really, you know, such and such side of the family, they actually own all this land, or they have, you know, I heard buku, so boku, like a lot. Okay, so some of you, you may find out that someone has a lot of money. I heard granddaddy. So someone see, dang, I heard granddaddy, but look, this looked like an elder right here, like a grandfather right here. Dang, I'm just not really paying attention. And I see a child here. So some of you have inherited from your grandparents land, deeds, property, monetary, something of monetary value, like money or whatnot. I heard treasury. So you may need to contact your the local or state offices in regards to, you know, tax situations. I'm not really well versed on it, but see if there's actually land, like the local tax or county area, where you can find out what land was in your grandparents' name or of your lineage. Wow. I heard some of you are in a city, but the place is in a rural, or I'm kind of country, okay? So a rural or a country town. I heard town square, okay? Within city limits. I'm just hearing what I'm saying what I hear. Her county, tax assessor, government official. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm looking at that older gentleman right there. Earlier, I saw the card pop up, but it didn't come all the way out, so I didn't deal with it. It was the Hierophant card. I'm gonna see if I can find it. The Hierophant card came out earlier, right, for that last bit of message, but it didn't come all the way out, so I didn't even, and because I like to look at the cards, that's why I'm trying to look for it again. But that's interesting. And see, that all would make sense too. When earlier, remember I said the Six of Cups? So some of you are going to your hometown. You're not only releasing burdens or things that you went through, like abuse or whatever mishap went down as far as your childhood, but some of you are trying to handle the estate or the affairs. You may be a POA or the estate. The representative of a land, and you're trying to get everything in order, the affairs in order. That's what I saw earlier. I heard tapestry. So any of that may, resonate with you. But look, it's not exactly the same, but it reminds me that the connection there. You get what I'm saying? Something official. Okay? And that's what the Hierophant card is about. It's about contracts, institutions, legalities, paperwork, marriages. You know what I mean? It can even be spiritual. Dealing with your, moral obligations. So you may want to look into your records, your family records. You very well may own some land or have some, I'm hearing oil. When I saw the Five of Pentacles that was already laid out, the black stood out to me for oil. So some land very well may have oil. It may be rich in resources, natural resources. It may be oil on that land. And I heard recovery. There will be a change in finances in regards to this situation. 5 is change. Pentacles, stability. Okay. And usually some people use this and deem it as negative. I saw twofold. So initially I saw a negative, but then I see a positive in this. Okay. That this is a positive change, that you're moving. You may be moving away from an impoverished or poverty mindset. Okay. And making some significant changes within yourself. Okay. So what is the remaining card that we have here. And thank you for being patient. The information, I hear things and I have to sometimes I'll just say exactly what I hear. Sometimes I have to tailor it so that it's understandable. Okay, what is the overall? So I did a summary of everything pretty much, just so you can be on board with me. Oh, that's too many cards, y'all. Any overall advice? Because I gave you overall advice initially, but being with this extra information, I just want to see. Okay, so I heard communication immediately. Communication, Ace of Cups, so 8 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So there may be some family conflict in regards to the dynamics as far as estate, as far as even healing past issues. So expect that. Some of you, you're actually going to have a good outcome from this, okay? Where the newness, it'll be like a, you know, like when you have a powwow with someone and then you like, man, I feel so much better. We got that out the way. Like we feel like 10 times stronger together. I'm hearing that. So positivity out of that. But be mindful, there are going to be some naysayers or some people that are going to try to bring conflict to the situation because they don't want you to have a piece of that property or have knowledge or get whim of all the mishaps or I'm hearing unscrupulous. Not exact, I can't remember what that word is, but I heard it, so I said it. There's some behavior that's questionable going on with the affairs of the family. But I hear that communication, quick communication will come forth, and you're gonna have a newness in this situation. So don't give up in this situation. I see nothing but positivity out of it. Even with the relationship stuff, I didn't see anything negative that you couldn't come back from. You hear it, you're already aware of a lot of the things anyway, and you're just coming here for a confirmation of what you already know. Okay, and that 9 of Cups keeps standing out to me. Again, it's like a wish fulfillment, success. Okay, I heard closed off too. So some of you, don't be closed off to the possibilities of reconciling with people, especially if they can be transparent and you see that they're actually trying to make the relationship work, especially when it comes to family. Try to see if you can see the other side or have a different perspective. And that hangman in my head came back up, which is why I was saying too, to change your perspective. You may come out getting insight on information you weren't privy to as far as what was going on in the background in regards to family situations or affairs. You'll have a better understanding. Not say you condone what actually transpired or what affected you, but you'll have a better understanding or a well-rounded perspective of how everything went down. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Aquarius. That was a lot of information that came out. I'm glad that I was able to channel that information that I was getting, as well as read the cards and give you those messages. So that's all I have for you. I don't know which sign I'll do next. Again, it's not like a race for me to make sure I do every single one, but sometimes it'll just come up, you need to do so-and-so sign or whatever. Like I was guided to do your sign. All the information you need, you can go down in the description box as far as reaching me, following me on social media. All that is over there too. As well as letting you know my books are open for reading. So if you want a personal reading or a couples reading, or I have a few healing services that you can check out. Say for instance, if you have issues, like say for instance with the healing, childhood issues, or you feel like there's generational attachments that you notice that you're repeating cycles with family or individuals, toxic relationships, I can actually assist you or help you with that. I can do a consultation assess your energy, be able to subconsciously tap in, of course, with permission, to assist you with that and release those things that no longer serve you, heal and, release those karmic contracts or those debts, so that you can really live your life fully and abundantly as you should. Okay, it's your birthright. So again, that's all I have for you. I just wanted to give you that extra little information so that you're aware. I have other videos on YouTube so that you can see what my services and are exactly about. So that's all I have for you. Last time. But that's all I have for you. Be well. Take care. All right.